This is for class 10. Chapter is life processes. In this part, we will try to understand how transport of food and other substances takes place within a plant. So, the transfer of food and other substances takes place with the help of phloem tissue. Now, phloem tissue has 4 components just like xylem: sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, phloem fibers. Now, out of these 4 components, 3 are living cells and only these fibers are dead cells. Now, if we talk about the sieve tubes are living cells which contain cytoplasm but no nucleus. So, sieve tubes does not contain nucleus. Whereas companion cells have cytoplasm as well as nucleus, and they supply sieve tubes with some of their requirements. So companion cells contain cytoplasm as well as nucleus, and they always support the sieve tubes. And the sieve tubes are arranged one above the other to form a pipe-like structure or a channel-like structure through which food gets transported. Now, the transport of food from leaves to different parts of plant is termed as translocation. This transport of food and other substances, the term for it which is used is called as translocation. Translocation of food and other substances. See, the food is manufactured by the leaves. The manufactured food enters into sieve tubes of the phloem and is transported as a dilute aqueous solution in upward as well as downward direction. Food is transported to all non-green parts of the plant for growth and metabolic activities. Each and every cell of the plant needs food, that is energy, to perform growth as well as metabolic activities. So, who is doing this job? The sieve tubes are doing this job of translocation. Besides food molecules, phloem also transports amino acids, which is a form of proteins, plant proteins, and hormones also. Okay. Then, how do phloem transports food? That we will try to understand. The translocation in phloem is achieved by utilizing energy. Now, which energy? The energy which is stored in the form of ATP. What happens? Glucose, which is nothing but a simple carbohydrate, which is produced during the process of photosynthesis. This glucose is transferred to phloem tissue. Using energy, it needs energy to transfer glucose to the phloem tissue. What is that energy form? It is in the form of ATP. Okay. Then the energy from ATP is used to transfer glucose to phloem tissue. Okay. Now what happens? This increases the osmotic pressure of phloem tissue, because the water content inside phloem tissue is less as compared to to its surroundings. That is why the water from surroundings starts moving into the phloem tissue, and that process is called as endosmosis, that we know. Okay. Then soluble material, that is this glucose and all other substances, they are transferred from phloem tissue to other tissues which have lesser pressure as compared to phloem tissue. It means as per the requirement of different parts of the plant, the food gets transported by the phloem tissue. In short, we can say that the material is translocated from higher concentration or higher osmotic pressure areas to lower osmotic pressure areas. Now there is one activity through which we have to show that phloem transports food prepared by the leaves. So let's see the arrangement first. What we have to do in the activity? We have to take a potted plant with a thick stem. Okay. Then remove the bark, this outer ring, with the help of a razor blade. Okay. This process is known as girdling of stem, just removing the outer bark, okay, and just keeping the middle portion intact, okay. So that process is called as girdling of stem. Now the girdling of stem removes the phloem tissues of the stem. By doing girdling, what we are doing, we are keeping the xylem tissue intact, but the phloem tissue is on the outer periphery, right, and xylem tissue is present at the center, right. So we are removing the phloem tissue. You can see in this diagram, see in the outer periphery here phloem is present, and in the inner periphery xylem tissue is present. So we are keeping this much portion of the stem, and we are cutting out with the help of a razor blade this outer portion right from phloem. So we are removing phloem from the plant. Then the girdling of stem removes the phloem tissue of the stem, right. Leave the plant in sunlight for a few days and observe the girdled part carefully. We have to keep this plant outside in the sun for a few days, and then we have to observe what happens. So what happens next is this upper portion, we will see that it has swollen up. This is the swollen stem. This portion is swollen up after few days, and this below portion, it dries up. Now why does it happen? The part of the stem above the girdle shows swelling. So above this is the girdle, right? So above girdle, here the stem is swollen, and below it is dried up, right? So reason is girdling of stem removes the phloem tissues of the stem, right? As a result, the food prepared by the leaves could not be transported or translocated below the girdled part of the stem. See, these leaves have done their work, that is manufacturing food, right? But here the phloem tissues are present, and in this much portion they are absent. We have cut it out, right? So translocation has started, right, in the downward direction as well as in the upward direction. So up till here the food has reached with the help of phloem tissues, but below phloem tissues have been cut out. So the food gets collected in this portion, and that is why this portion gets swollen up. Why? Because of the storage of excessive food, because in this portion no phloem tissues are present whose function is to carry the food, right? So the portion below the girdled stem dries up due to lack of food. This portion dries up. Why does it dry up? Because the cells which are present in this portion, they do not get adequate supply of food, right? So this shows that phloem transports the food prepared by the leaves to the different parts of the plant. We have done one activity in xylem, that how xylem helps in transporting water and minerals, and in this activity we have seen how phloem helps in transporting food prepared by the leaves. So this is all about transport of food by phloem tissue. In the next part we will see the transport system in humans. Thank you.